The views, takes and opinions expressed on this show are of the host's own and do not represent the views, takes and opinions of PWPH Wrestling Network and its affiliates. Material and sources mentioned in this episode is for general and commentary purposes only. This episode might include strong language and may not be suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. Stay safe and stay wrestle everyone. Welcome to the main event, Mark.
Oh yeah, so this is the third hour that I am recording a podcast this week because I don't want to record any podcast tomorrow. Oh crap. Yeah, so welcome to your Unfiltered Tagalog Wrestling Podcast. This has been the Main Event Mark Podcast. So thank you very much for listening on this podcast every single week. And yeah, we will continue with our episodes galore. So this is considered as episode 295. Wow! 295. Lima na lang pala. Magti-300 na ako. So yeah, we will talk about a lot of things here and the WWE side of things this time around. So we are going to talk about a lot. Literally a lot. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to look for some news that we have just a few moments ago. So, PW Insider. Okay. So, ang daming news ngayon, no, na nagaganap. Si London, apparently, they still wanted a WrestleMania. So, I cannot blame them because WrestleMania is money no matter what. So, si London ang nagbabayad doon. Unlike the other one, AEW. So, si AEW ang nagbabayad for London to be aired o to be televised sa card. So, itong card na to sa previous episode ng Raw before this, hindi na natin siya pag-uusapan because we know what we are now going to talk about. So, diretso na tayo sa Raw before Money in the Bank. So, I'm just gonna give my thoughts momentarily on this context. So, I'm just going to load the website, PW Insider, since we have few details that needs to be shared because London still wants to get a WrestleMania. So, it's been reported by Mike Johnson because Mayor Sadiq Khan has been interviewed by CNBC. He still made an intention that he still wants to bring WrestleMania to the United Kingdom. I would love to see WrestleMania in London. Khan told CNBC, Triple H, we are watching, we want WrestleMania to come to London. And we are now being told that they are trying to discuss WrestleMania since last year sa London. If WrestleMania came to London, my message to the team there that we won't just have a great weekend, we'd have a festival of, legends in WrestleMania coming to London, current stars, but future stars as well. It will open a completely different market for them as well. So that's the news that we have here for Mike Johnson. So we have also few news that we have regarding on Mike Johnson, and we are now being told also that Endeavor was bought the TKO stock from Vince McMahon, so that's $250 million. Then, I'm just going to run this down. So, we have the first Evolve men's champion. So, we have here, who won this one? The one who won this match is actually Jason Drake. So, they are establishing the stable now on this base. And then the Vanity Project are already establishing themselves in a different manner. And also we have here the women's Evolve champion in Armstrong. So what I call this. The name is Kelly Armstrong. So there she is, the women's champion on Evolve. So we have also been told that the ring announcer for Worlds Collide is Lilian Garcia. So we are now being told about the scheduling on how schedule will work. So Worlds Collide will air at 3 a.m. Philippine time on YouTube channel for WWE, and then the kickoff or the countdown will start at 5:30 a.m. Manila time. So that's on Sunday. And then the main card will start at 7. So we assume that we might still get WWE Worlds Collide ending by 5 a.m. or onwards. Depende. Baka mag-overnight pa din kasi baka mag-seamless na rin din sila sa show. Then yeah, that should be the information that we have here. And then we are also being told TNA is reporting that give me 1 second. So we have now TNA Impact starting this week actually. So TNA is now going to air free Impact Wrestling TV on YouTube this summer. So it should be aired every Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on WWE on YouTube. I could not confirm if this will be a weekly thing or could not guarantee this will be a recurring thing that will happen until Slammiversary, or could not say that. Pero as of the moment, we are being told that TNA is set to release their new episodes of TNA Impact every Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube. So that is the information that we have as of the moment on TNA Impact. So we don't have any coverage so far for the shows. We will provide you more update on that shortly. So Nick Aldis just made the post on social media that every competitor for men's and women's Money in the Bank will be on tomorrow's SmackDown. Plus, we are going to have Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, and Stephanie Vaquer. They will face Naomi, Roxanne Perez, and Julia in a women's tag team match. We have also Logan Paul and the World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso. They will confront John Cena and the champion of the Lariat, Logan Paul. So that is the information that we have so far regarding on this case, regarding on this context. And we are being told on the information that's having here on social media. Give me 1 second. Yon, so yeah, that should be the case there just a few moments ago. And we are now being told that we were now going to talk about AEW news just momentarily. And give me 1 second. Ano ba ito? Visit. Yan. Ito. Let's start nga na nga with NXT kasi NXT I think is the biggest news of them all, and then we are going to predict TNA or itong Worlds Collide at saka itong show na to, which is yung Raw and SmackDown, so para makapag-predict tayo ng Money in the Bank as well. So they are hyping Worlds Collide, so we have here Laredo Kid, Javon Evans, and Ethan Page. So Dark State and Chase U competed in a 6-man tag. Charred State. Dark State defeated Chase U, and then Miles Osborne already left new quarter catch through or no quarter catch crew. Diyos ko po. So, he already left the stable. I think it's still a, ano ba tawag dito? Heritage Cup rules. So, ito yung match na sinet nila. So, since it's a Heritage Cup match, and then, ayun. So, over na kasi si Miles Osborne. So, it's kinda understandable. So, parang, ano ba tawag dito? Sinet na nila yung situation for a possible outcome and a possible context. Then we have here JC Jane appearing for a segment, and then Lainey Reed from Evolve appeared also to say that she wants a title shot, and then Lola Bice, Jordan Grace, Jada Parker, Kelani Jordan, Lash Legend, and Thea Hale, they all showed up to get a title shot for this show. And then the fight broke up. Then the lights went off. Mariah May appeared on their stage, their small stage. And then we can call her the next NXT Women's Champion. So it's been a rumor for a while now that Mariah May is going to WWE. So a week ago, Mariah May left AEW, and now that was a simple but shocking way to bring her into the fold to the WWE. So it's kind of same as what we had with Ricky Saints. So yeah, I hope we can get more information about Mariah May. I hope she can retain the name though. Pero it's been reported by Fightful and over on PW Insider, malabo daw siya makakuha ng new name. That's kind of sad for me. Okay, Trick Williams versus Mike Santana TNA title match. So Casey Navarro and AJ Francis aligned themselves with Trick Williams. So that was basically how they're going to set the next progression for their story regarding on a possible Slammiversary match, and also for future Worlds Collide storylines that we are going to get. Then we have the match. It's okay. They're basically building Worlds Collide, and I think it's fine for me to see what should be the next progress regarding on this show going forward. So we will also talk about the releases momentarily. So yeah, we will talk about it. Give me 1 second. So, ayun, I have some round off of news here. So, we are being told that R-Truth and Carlito, they officially left WWE, and they announced on their respective social media platforms that within 2 weeks they are set to leave the company. So, I would say I am really bad, or I'm kind of sad to see both of these guys go. On Raw, it's also being noticed that they already posted this information about this confirmed news regarding on them leaving the show. So they already made some replacements, and they already called up some talents. So Fightful reporting that they're not being told on these releases. We don't get any information also about Miz as information, so they already remove any affiliation for WWE. So we are taking that with a grain of salt. Si Karrion Kross also, as we are being told as well that we are getting any information about him possibly also leaving WWE, since they mentioned that they are confirming that he is already also on his contract month status. So I'm just going to do a short preview of this week's Raw, or this week's Raw rather. I'll just review this up, so therefore we're clear, so therefore we can now provide our official predictions for Money in the Bank. So let's start with CM Punk. CM Punk made a promo, and he promised that he is going to tell his plans for Money in the Bank, including winner of the qualifiers, and then he will challenge Jey Uso or John Cena. Sami Zayn interrupted and wanted CM Punk not to worry about Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman. He needs to win the Money in the Bank, so therefore it will be set as well. So, ito, qualifier match, I really love Stephanie Vacker for sure. She is such a really good wrestler. And then we have here Liv Morgan warning Roxanne Perez to stay out of her business Monday night, and we are now being told that they're going to fight anytime soon. So this match was really good as well. Stephanie Vacker winning was very given. So yeah, that was really good also that they're establishing this match. But I will talk about that shortly. And then War Raiders War Raiders lost, to the Judgment Day. So yeah, that's the case. And then Lyra Valkyria, again, like what I mentioned previous weeks ago, yeah, that was a really good match also. And man, Vacker and Rhea Ripley shaking hands on that segment, that was really good. I skipped some of the segments because I find it unnecessary. Except doon kay Kairi Sane beating Judgment Day again and again. That was really good. Then El Grande Americano beating AJ Styles and CM Punk. That was shocking. I like the unpredictability there. I like the putang ina, nabubulo na naman ako. I like the unpredictability. Putang ina naman. I like na hindi siya predictable. Yun na lang, putang ina. Pero yun, that was really good. I really think that was a really good match for me too. Yun, was good. Yun. So, na-check ko lang, nagtanggal lang ako ng konti. Happy birthday, AJ. So, yun lang naman. Wala naman masyadong importanteng segments about this week's Raw. Same with SmackDown. Medyo nag-develop lang yung story between Naomi and Bianca Belair, so it's kind of validating also my point on who is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. So we have also JC Mateo beating R-Truth. So this was actually his final match. I feel sad for Truth still. As I mentioned previously, I am still shocked to the news that R-Truth and Carlito was let go of the WWE, and they're trying actually to set a contract. Yung face-to-face, di naman nagana importante yun. Dapat repetitive din eh. Parang repetitive na rin yung face-off nila eh. So yeah, it is what it is. Yun. So yun na lang muna ang aking sasabihin. And then I'm just going to give my predictions for ano ba tawag dito? I'm just going to predict Money in the Bank and also yung iba pang cards that we are gonna talk about. So yeah, give me 1 second. Yun. So yeah, let's talk about the things that we want to talk about when it comes to Worlds Collide and also Money in the Bank. So I'm just gonna look for Worlds Collide. So start word mo tayo with Worlds Collide. Wait lang guys Ayan, so inap ko na yung card. So Walking Wild is being replaced on the card for this year's Worlds Collide 2025. Again, this will be a back-to-back show with Money in the Bank. Yeah, so that's the case there. So after of this, we are going to still have the Triple Mania Regaya, and this will be the first AAA Triple Mania na ipoproduce na WWE, no? And I'm still thinking that it will still a Triple Mania na isa-set for this type of passion then, or kung ano man yung pwede nilang maset, and then Dos Garza is competing at Triple Mania Regaya. I wish though that we can see the AAA commentary sa Spanish, no? that will be great either. So we have 5 matches on the card. Let's do a prediction again. This match will be televised, or this card will be televised on the WWE's YouTube channel in English and on WWE's Espanol. Ano ba tawag dito? WWE Espanol in Spanish. So, we have here the 5 matches on the card. So we have El Grande Gable. Ayun, so we have Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Angel, and Berto versus El Hijo de Dr. Warner Jr., Pagano, and Psycho Clown. So this should be a fun match that I think Legado del Fantasma should win, no? Personally, sila naman yung mananalo dito eventually. And then we have here El Hijo del Vikingo versus Chad Gable. That's for the AAA Mega title. This was already been spoiled a week before the title change. This was already been set for, ano ba tawag dito? This was already been set for this event. Tas title match na agad. So okay. Double duty pa si Chad Gable with El Grande Americano. Okay. So, I think Vikingo needs to retain since Mexico ito. So, obviously, Mexico dapat yung maging champion. But if Vikingo is going to lose to Chad Gable, they should be an interesting mix doon sa current run ni El Grande Americano. Kung paano yung magpo-progress. Para siguro mag-progress yung gimmick, that should be the way of how they're going to book this match. Yon. So next, Ethan Page versus Javon Evans versus Laredo Kid versus Rey Fenix. So, itong match na to, I think, ano siya sa akin yung, alam mo yon na, itong match na to, this should be a fun match then, na para lang ma-establish si AEW, lalo din, si AEW, si AAA, kay Laredo Kid tsaka kay Phoenix lalo. Pero yeah, I think it should be retained. Wala namang magbabago dito for sure. Stephanie Vacker and Lola Vice versus Chick Tormenta and Dalis. Dalis ba to? Dalis. I'm not sure how I'm going to mention her name, but I think it's Dalis or Dalis. It is what it is. Ayun. So yeah, that should be the case regarding on her name. Okay, so I think Stephanie Vacker and Lola Vice is going to win. Then one of them might turn, or maybe Lola Vice might turn to Stephanie Vacker. And that should be a fun feud between the two bago umalis talaga ng tuluyan si Stephanie Vacker. But if I were WWE, I'm just gonna book Chick Tormenta and Dalis to win. And then LWO and Lince Dorado versus Octagon Jr., Aerostar, and Mr. Iguana. Here, in this match, I think the AAA boys is going to win. The AAA Octagon team will win. So yeah, that should be it for the AAA show for Money in the Bank. Sana talaga, pagdasal ko pa din, sana talaga meron itong commentary na kasama yung mga taga AAA, no? Ito naman is for Money in the Bank. We have now our predictions for this year's Money in the Bank 2025. So Money in the Bank Los Angeles. So yun nga. Ito na yung announcements natin. And these should be the cards for this year's Money in the Bank. So we have 4 matches. Possibly magkaroon pa tayo ng isa pa sa card na to. Maybe. But here's the card. So first thing we have Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Last chance match for the Women's Intercontinental title. If Becky loses the title match, she can no longer challenge for the title for as long as Lyra Valkyria is the champion. If Lyra Valkyria loses, she will be forced to raise Lyra's or Becky's hands and acknowledge Lynch as the better woman. I think, ako naman, in my opinion, I'm not going to let or put Lyra Valkyria down, but I am having the impression of Becky winning this match because she needs it on her current run para lang siguro mag-progress. Pero parang nasa part pa rin ako na pinuput over na lang ni Becky si Lyra para siguro hindi siya maging one-sided or hindi rin siya maging dominant sa tao tsaka sa fandom na rin ng WWE. I just wanted it to be not a full-sided or one-sided feud, but I would love to see Lyra winning rather than Bex. Pero ang hirap eh. Becky needs to establish her gimmick pa para mas ma-justify siguro yung mas magandang booking for her gimmick. And it will only make sense if they're going to let Becky win this match. Then we have Logan Paul and John Cena versus Jey Uso and Logan Paul. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso versus John Cena and Logan Paul. Correct natin yan. I think on this match, Cody and Jey needs to win para lang siguro maset yung justification. Hindi naman mapipin si Cena dito, so yeah, that's the case there. Yan naman palagi yung case doon. Hindi naman si Cena yung mapipin. Then we have here the Women's Money in the Bank match. So that's Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and Stephanie Vacker. So that's a Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Ako naman, in my honest opinion, kung story-driven ang pag-uusapan natin dito, I want Naomi to win the Money in the Bank and then she will lose because of Jade. Just to use it as a progression sa match na to. Siguro, si Trip, sinasabi niya na rin na hindi siya fan ng Women's Money in the Bank. Kaya para sa akin, may sense para mag-progress talaga siya ng story. And this will make sense also dito sa specific match na to. So, regarding on this, I'm going to bet on Naomi. Kung hindi naman Naomi, siguro Rhea Ripley, no? Pero I think still Naomi in my impression. Then, a men's Money in the Bank. Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth Rollins, Andrade, El Grande Americano. Hirap ito gusto kong manalo si Solo even though he has a teased feud with Jacob Batu, so that's impossible. LA Knight, I think he can. Penta, hindi pa so far. Seth, he's still feuding with Punk, so Punk might screw him. Or maybe Sami Zayn. Andrade, ano lang siya dun place order lang siya dun So it will come to LA Knight or El Grande Americano. Pwede rin Solo kasi pwede rin i-screw ni Jacob si Solo about the Money in the Bank. So it's kind of hard for me to predict. Pero I'm just going to put a safe bet to LA Knight. Para lang siguro matuwa tayo pag uwi. Pero I'm just gonna say it should be LA Knight, Solo, or El Grande Americano. Gable winning the title, the AAA the AAA title, and then the Money in the Bank. That should be a laughable moment if you ask me. But yeah, that should end the thing, and that should end the point there for our Money in the Bank ladder match. So yeah, let us know what you think for this year's Money in the Bank. It should be a fun night for wrestling. And then we will talk about also what needs to be talked about on this week's wrestling. And yeah, I think that should be the only things that needs to be talked about. So follow the podcast on all of the social media platforms at Main Event Mark PW. And then Ano ba ba? Give me 1 second. Ano pa bang pwede na pag-usapan dito? So, follow na rin nyo ako social media at AG Penera. So, that is all of the episodes that we are going to release this week. So, madami-dami tayong episodes na nirelease at bale ito, no? So, yeah. We will see you guys the next couple of weeks. We're going to have the episode number 300. After nito, sana umabot pa to ng ibang araw and marami-rami pa tayong isi-share later on regarding on what matters the most. So, yeah, you can follow and support again the podcast at Main Event Mark PW. And again, I hope we can see you soon. And again, with that said, thank you very much for listening on the Main Event Mark podcast. Stay safe and stay reso. We will see you guys next week here on the Main Event Mark. Bye for now.